This is Drop Tent Media Network.
High IQ basketball with Brian Isley and Raymond Byrd. What's going on, bro?
I'm gonna go for like a quadruple double.
Welcome to High IQ Basketball with Brian Isley and Raymond Byrd. This is season 2, episode 6. Ray's in the building, Neil's in the building. Y'all know how we do. 4 quarters, 4 topics in the OT, but it's not overtime. It's off topic where we talk about something that has nothing to do with basketball. Quarter number 1, CP3. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get the fuck up out of here. Your thoughts, Ray? Disrespectful? Not disrespectful? Are you indifferent? What's going on?
I mean, right now it looks crazy. Like this is the
From
best
what
player.
side?
From the Clipper side. Like
Okay.
It looks crazy on that end. Like you got getting rid of your guy, this greatest Clipper ever, right?
Yes.
And he's announced his farewell, and you do him dirty like that during his farewell, and then you don't even release him so he can just go sign wherever he wanted. You're kind of holding him hostage where y'all deciding if how y'all gonna move. Y'all gonna try to trade him, send him anywhere. Like this is his final ride. He should have a lot to say on how this play out for him. Buy him out. Go buy him out. Give him his little bit of bread and let him go do whatever he want to do in his career.
Because you know he gonna go to OKC.
Let him go to OKC, sit on the bench, go get some hardware. Doing him like this is crazy. But it's one of them things. What if the Clippers start winning? What if we look back at this a month from now and the Clippers is back around 500, trending towards making the playoffs? You look like, oh, maybe Chris Paul was really messing up the locker room.
You believe in player morale to that extent, to where they start winning ball games because he gone?
It's
The energy was that bad?
It could be. Yeah, I mean, because I like Lou as a coach, and for him to be in a situation where him and Lou don't rock with each other, and that the tension was between him and Lou. That the decision was made because him and Lou was in a bad place, and Lou a player's coach. You know what I mean? A former player, great relationship with players, and for you to have a bad relationship with him, Chris Paul's reputation around the league, he gonna say what he feel like needs to be said. So
I'm glad you worded it
right.
like that.
I can see how,
because it could rub somebody the wrong way, but how he presents his gripes.
Right, and I got a lot of respect for Lou. I think Lou is, a year or two ago, we said Lou was the best coach in basketball.
You were saying that.
Lou, I think Lou one of them ones. So I'll be interested to see how that play out a month or two from now. See how
what are your thoughts on if you're him and then you're in your prime, you can have that boisterous hold everybody accountable attitude, whereas if you're the 12th man on the bench, even though you were him and you a first ballot Hall of Famer, you one of the all-time great point guards of history, you ain't him no more, so you gotta shut up.
I think Paul Pierce had a interview where they addressed it, and Paul Pierce was saying, when I was with the Clippers, ended my career, I came in here as a respected veteran, did everything you could do in the league, champion, so on and so forth. He's like, I wasn't leading the charge. You know what I mean? If they needed me to step in, if we in practice and somebody fighting, I'll step in and break some stuff up. If I'm asked to step in and, give my opinion about something because I am a champion, I will. But for the most part, I'm not out here going to war with y'all. I'm not leading the charge. That's for y'all to do. You know what I mean? And I think maybe CP3 at this point in his career probably needed to fall back and let that voice probably be Harden, Kawhi. But maybe he felt the need to do such because Harden and Kawhi don't really seem the type of dudes to lead that charge.
Especially Kawhi. And we already know Harden's track record.
But it probably was Lou, and that's probably where the beef was coming at, you know what I mean? Because Lou is that guy, you know what I mean? So maybe that was, you overstepping your bounds, so chill out. You on the back of the bench, you not playing, you know what I mean? But you got an opinion about everything we doing, so maybe that was the issue. He probably was doing too much for a guy who wasn't playing.
Probably due to the fact that CP3 knows he's a much better player than Ty Lue ever was.
Right. But Lou is a great coach. I don't care about how you play.
Yeah. I see every side of it. I understand every side of it. I understand CP3 thinking he should have some kind of carte blanche cachet because he is CP3. He is one of the all-time great point guards and the first ballot Hall of Famer, but he is at the end of the road, and it is not like you're at the end of the road and you're Kobe. It's not like you're at the end of the road and you're LeBron. Like, so yeah, you do deserve respect, but you also got to go about things a different way. You're not him anymore. So
Right.
there's you're way down the list. Like you're at the bottom of the list. So you gotta pick your battles or not have any battles at all. Just ride off into the sunset. This is your final season. Why are you tripping like this?
I think he expected to play a bigger role on a better team. I think the expectation for what the Clippers were. I mean, remember walking to the season, people had expectations for what the Clippers were. A lot of the other experts on different shows was having the Clippers and, you know, potentially being one of the teams to watch
I saw
out
a lot
for.
of AARP applications being filled out. That's what I saw.
Seems to never work out when you put all the old vets together. I remember the Lakers tried the years back.
You can't stay in front of nobody.
Right. But I mean, I expected them to be good. I did. I expected them to be a good team. I thought CP3 was a good addition. You know, their issue was always they didn't have a point guard. Now you got this vet. He wasn't going to play 30, 35 minutes a game, but I thought CP3 was going to contribute. And I think he probably expected that as well. And for him to be in a position where he getting DNPs my final year, he probably didn't envision it going out like this.
And I also think Chris Paul is of the mindset of everywhere I go, the team improves, or they improve the year after I leave, because it's my voice, it's my teaching that is elevating these young players to another level. The problem with the Clippers ain't no young players on there. Right. They already set in their ways. They're 10, 15, 17-year vets, just like Chris Paul, and they ain't trying to hear none of that. Especially Harden. I done been down this road with you before in Houston. Shut up.
But he probably came in that locker room and seen things that's like, yo, we ain't calling out certain people. And CP3 probably like, what we doing? We losing? And you not calling Kawhi out, and you ain't calling Harden out, but you pointing out everybody else's issues. If somebody misses the time, but you ain't saying nothing to them, I'm the one that's going to say this. And he probably thinking that's going to right the ship because he felt like it needs to be said. But, you know, obviously everybody didn't agree with that.
I'm one of those. I agree with that aspect of it. I'm one of those people that I gotta say what needs to be said. So I understand that part. I understand that part of it. I also understand the AOB, you tripping, you need to fall back. You've had those conversations with me.
Right.
Yo, you can't voice every opinion you got, man. Damn. Do you want to have any friends?
Listen, everybody can't go out quiet. He couldn't take that Paul Pierce, sit on the back of the bench and be happy to end your season, in your career like this. You know, so, and he felt like he got a little bit left in the tank.
He don't.
I don't think that. Yeah, he don't. I don't know. He played solid last year with the
he did
with Spurs.
He did, and solid. They got better.
Right.
I think that has a lot to do with him. Same thing with OKC. Same thing with Phoenix. Same thing with his first stint in LA.
Listen, Clippers do the right thing. Buy him out. Let my boy go to OKC and get some hardware. Because I remember we talked about this the other day. Like, it's about to get nasty for a couple guys. Russ, get your bag. Throw your long-term stuff in the bag that you don't need. Only leave out your toothbrush, stuff that you need daily, because this is Russ next year.
He packing the spend the night bag?
Spend the night bag. Yo, listen, they don't care nothing about you. Can't help us today. Especially when you're an Asian vet with a big personality. That's how it ends. CP3 is a Asian vet, Asian superstar with a big personality. That don't fit in every locker room.
That don't fit. Ask Allen Iverson.
Right.
Did that man dirty on his way out. Jeez, what was it?
Nah, he got back to Philly.
He got back to Philly in the end.
Yeah.
But that was a money grab.
Right.
The Sixers like, oh, we want AI is on his way out. we need to sell tickets.
Asses in seats, and they worked.
It definitely worked. It worked. We're headed into quarter number 2. The Bucks on it. They're struggling. I believe they're either at 500 or below 500. Below. Is this Giannis trade going to happen by the trade deadline? Will he be a New York Knick? And who do they get? And if so, who's giving up? Who are the Knicks giving up for Giannis?
I think he does end up in New York. If it's not trade deadline, I think it's in the off season. Maybe the Bucks hold off and try to get the best possible package for him, because in the off season maybe you can open it up and get more and more.
Probably
but
so.
I think New York got enough. Towns has to be in there for the money. Probably Bridges and Deuce, the backup guard they got. People love him.
They love Deuce.
And whatever picks, New York got picks. I don't know, New York ain't got a lot of picks, because they can do some pick swaps with them, because they gave up the picks to go get Bridges.
Cat or Bridges? Oh, Bridges.
They gave up the picks to go get Bridges. So yeah, that's the package. And especially if Giannis comes out like he did in the offseason, it's been reported that he wanted to go to New York. That's the only team he opened it up with.
Mm-hmm.
So if he say, I want to go to New York, he kind of in a situation where he do got a little bit of say, because he only got a year left on his contract with a player option on the back end. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I mean, and he got the big money. Nobody going to want to be in that situation where you potentially can't re-sign him. So I think New York happens. If they push it and he says that's where he interested in going, it makes sense for both parties. Bucks, you ain't got no other plays left. Your last play was going to get the big from Indiana. That was it. That was their last play. They got no other pieces. They got money. They still got Dame money on the books.
That's nasty.
Yeah, you need picks. You need young guys. They kind of stuck. They in a position where you can't appease him.
Because they went all in with the Dame move.
Yeah, you can't appease him by getting better, because there's no more moves for you to make. Your last move, it was crazy that they made that move. Like, that was going crazy. That was going crazy to make that move.
To get Dame?
Nah, to go get
Miles Turner?
Miles Turner was crazy, because you still paying Dame. That money is still on your books for the next 3-4 years.
Mm-hmm.
You got 15, 20, whatever that number is, a big number that's on your books for a guy that's not going to be on your team, that you got to maneuver around.
Right.
To go get Turner, and you did that to go get Turner. You got nothing left. You got no other moves to make. You can't get better, and you're trash. So you got to trade him. That's it.
Does this become Melo Part 2? And what I mean by that is, Melo was very adamant that he wanted to get over to New York. So that led me to believe that he was going to go there regardless, whether by trade or free agency. They decided to trade him, and I still believe they traded maybe a little bit too much to get Carmelo. Does that happen again in New York, where they unload maybe one or two key players more than they need to get Giannis, and it puts them in a position where they kind of already are, as far as being a good team, but not having enough to get over the hump?
I think they're going to be in a situation a little different, because I think the East is wide open. And if you go make a trade and go get Giannis, you're going to the finals. Period. So, I mean, can you beat OKC? Probably not. But Giannis,
not out of it. Hell no.
Giannis gives you a shot, because I don't care what you think of SGA. Giannis would be the best player on the floor.
Okay, agreed. Giannis would be the best player on the floor. OKC gonna be the best roster on the floor,
but
and they're gonna lock in. They're gonna shut all that. They're gonna shut the driving lanes down, and they're gonna trap. They're gonna get the ball out of his hands. OKC is so scary right now on both ends of the floor.
Scary part is, I told you the other day, they got the Clippers pick.
Yeah, and the Clippers is trash.
If the Clippers, if we're wrong, if I'm wrong, and the ship doesn't turn around, right? And they decide that, all right, it's a wrap. They just people start letting go of the rope. Harden says, I want out. You know what I mean? Kawhi gets hurt or whatever. Next thing you know, they getting a lottery pick. This draft is loaded. This draft is loaded. Could you imagine if the ball bounced their way and they got a top 3 pick? They're going to be in a situation where they're getting rid of good players to make room for some of the talent they got.
Mm-hmm.
You might not be able to catch them. They in one of those kind of situations where you might not be able to catch these
greatest
boys.
positions to be in NBA history. They're already champions. They're young, and they got draft picks galore.
And they're going to be able to get off of money. If they get lucky, get a draft pick, you didn't pay some of these guys. You might have the underpaid, better version of the guy on the roster where you can trade a Chet or something because you didn't drafted the big man from North Carolina or Carlos Boozer because you got lucky and got this Clippers pick.
Listen, OKC it wind up with Cam. Come on, man.
Listen, man, you might not be able to catch them for a little bit because this dynasty thing that they're building is built to keep going, and they're going to be able to I can't pay this guy, but I got this young whippersnapper who killing him in practice.
Does everything he could do. Any cheaper.
So I'm gonna trade him and go get some more draft picks to put in the chest. So I can replace him when it's time to pay him.
You said you're gonna put the draft picks in the community chest like Monopoly.
Yo, man, I don't know how they look way better than everybody.
They look way better.
I think it's only team I think can give them hell is Denver, and that's because they got Joker. But I like Giannis going to New York. I think it makes sense for everybody. It makes sense for the NBA. It makes sense for the Knicks. It makes sense for the Bucks. You can't make the kid happy. It's over. Like, you don't have any moves to make unless Giannis says, "Yo, I'm cool with dying here." That's it.
He's 31 years old. He's had some calf issues. Giannis is still in his prime, but how many years do you think Giannis has left at peak? Let's take LeBron out of because LeBron has spoiled us for 22 of his 23 years because it looked like the wheels are falling off. Now
wheels is off. That's my boy. Wheels is off, my boy. Wheels is off. We'll get to that.
We'll get to that later on in the show. But how do you think if Giannis does go to New York, how many quality years does New York have?
Maybe 3-4, because his game is, you're talking about the calf injuries. That means your game is built on athleticism.
Mm-hmm.
You got to get to the cup. You don't have this KD skill set where you shooting tray balls and all that.
Right.
And your game hasn't adapted like Bron's, where you have learned to shoot the ball better.
Not evolved.
It's better than it was, but it's still heavily dependent on you being bigger, stronger, faster, and more athletic than everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
3-4 years, I think. But that's enough. That's enough. I'm trading for 3-4 years of this Giannis.
I think that's the basketball guys, bro. Like him not evolving. You know how scary that would be? Because I thought he was evolving.
I remember when I told you were wrong.
Yeah,
that
you did.
Bullshit.
You did. I was watching FIBA play. I was watching him make turnaround fades, pull up jumpers at the elbow, pull up tray balls, and I called you immediately. Like, hey, yo, this dude is turning the corner with his jump shot. It's going to be hell to pay. And you said, and I quote, relax.
When we get to the league,
that's going to be going. And it was going. It may be the FIBA ball. I don't know. But he does not. I thought it was developing. I thought that jumper was going to be there, and is not. So he's still very dependent on athleticism, and you and I both know that does not last forever.
Not last forever.
So I think 3 or 4 years, 35, 36, we start to see a dip. Everybody's not like Brown, people. We'll never see that again.
Never.
So get used to these players falling off around 34, 35 because Brown is an anomaly, bro. That's special. We'll never ever see that again. I know y'all trying to push him out the league now. He just broke his double-digit scoring streak and all that. And we'll talk about that after halftime. But yeah, Bron is a 1 of 1. We won't see that again. We are headed into halftime. This is High IQ Basketball with Brian Isley and Raymond Byrd. We'll be back after a word from our sponsors. Hey, everybody. This is Brian Isley, comedian extraordinaire, asking you guys to download Logo, the Isley album, and Uno, the One Take album. I have 3 albums. They're all on Spotify. They're all on iTunes. They're all on Tidal. Streaming well right now, but I need more support. I need you guys to go and download these albums, man. Download Logo, Laugh or Get Offended. Download the Isley album, and download Uno, the One Take album. And they are available where you stream all your music. They're hilarious because I made them. So download these albums today and get your laugh on. And we are back. This is High IQ Basketball with Brian Isley and Raymond Byrd heading into quarter 3. We spoke on it briefly in quarter number 2, but we'll expand on it in quarter number 3. Are there any real threats to an OKC repeat? And if there are, who? Look, he's struggling. There's no. I'll help you out. There are no threats.
I think Denver is going to give them hell.
Because it's just Joker?
I mean, last year they took him 7.
Okay.
And I don't think Joker played as well as he's capable of playing. I think they came up short because Joker wasn't as good as he's capable of being.
This OKC team is better than last year's OKC
Yeah, they
team.
won a championship. Of course, they're better. I think Denver is better. They put better talent around Joker. I think they could give him a run. I still will go with OKC. You're the champions. You're going to have home court. I'm going to go with OKC. I think Denver will give them hell. And I think I would like to see if New York is able to grab Giannis, what does that look like? Because that would be interesting as well.
Lakers?
I thought we was getting last year's Bron. And we ain't getting last year's Bron.
Listen, you thought we were getting last year's Bron. We getting the last year of LeBron. This shit is over,
I thought we
my
was
boy.
getting last year. If we had last year's Bron, we had a shot.
Listen, standing ovation. Hell of a career. The greatest career in NBA history as far as I'm concerned.
Right.
But this ain't it.
Listen, get your bag ready. Throw all your shit you won't need every day.
Pack all your shit. What Will Mills say, pack you up.
Leave your toothbrush. Yeah, I mean, all that, leave that kind of stuff out. But all that stuff that you don't need on a daily basis should be already bagged up. Bron, don't pull no funny shit, B. Don't be trying to come back next year. This is it. Announce your farewell joint going into the playoffs. He can announce it going into the playoffs. Who was it? 0 Dark 30? What he usually do going into the playoffs?
Yeah.
When you announce your 0 Dark 30, say this is the last one.
Bro,
this is the last run.
No. LeBron wants a full season farewell
your
tour.
Farewell would look crazy. It's no, that's doing. You're different.
What farewell?
You are the GOAT.
What farewell tour doesn't look crazy? The GOAT before him, he looked crazy. He didn't make the playoffs.
Brian's held to a completely different standard.
Kobe was on a 17-65 team.
Brian is held to a different standard. You could do it differently. You got an opportunity to do it different than both of them. I'm gonna announce mine going into the playoffs. My last game will be a high leverage moment. Hopefully in the conference finals against OKC. You know what I mean?
Yo, there's only one farewell tour that I think of he went out on a high note.
Who?
Kareem in '89. He had his farewell tour. They was bringing out the throne for him, sitting half court, and they were still competing for a championship. They went to the finals that year.
Brian, announce it, 0 Dark 30, going into the playoffs. There is no reason for you to come, unless you somehow come back a little bit different in the second half of this season. This is what it is. It's no need to come back next year.
Yo, with a top 10 superstar, they either go out on a farewell tour and they ain't competing, or Did Tim Duncan compete his last year?
They made the playoffs.
Yeah. He ain't announced nothing. I'm done at the end of the season.
Brian, so, yo, you don't need that. You him. You the number. In my opinion, you the GOAT. Go out and announce it going into the playoffs. Do it like that. You don't need all that.
You don't get the red carpet, none of that in the playoffs.
Yo, you gonna get the red carpet on your way to the number 1 spot. You know what I mean? You don't need that. Brian, come back next year. It's gonna be. It look nasty now. It's gonna look nasty.
Oh, I forgot. David Robinson won a championship in his last year, but he ain't in a GOAT conversation.
I mean, he wasn't him.
He wasn't him.
Brian, him. You don't need, baby. We done.
Yo,
we going out this year on a playoff team. Because next year you don't need. You probably ain't gonna be in LA. You just gonna go back to Cleveland. It's no need to. We ain't gotta drag my family across the country. I'm good right here. This is it.
So with this iteration of Bron, and we apologize for going so far off topic, it's not enough against OKC.
Nah, it's not even gonna be close.
They get some
4-1 best.
Jesus.
It's not even because I know everybody love Austin Reeves. Man, they giving that boy hell.
They locking all that up.
They giving that boy hell in the playoffs. He ain't gonna be the guard. They're gonna be exposing Luka. Y'all gonna be like, I thought you was in shape. That's what y'all gonna be saying about him.
Those are thoroughbreds over there at OKC. That is Preakness. Kentucky Derby. Belmont Steaks over there, bro. Are you kidding me? I don't care how much Luka is in shape. He ain't keeping up with them.
Listen, they ain't. Bron, they need lashes, bro. And they probably need to make a trade.
And Brown would be last year. Brown would be exhausted.
It'd be work. He would have to. His role would be locking up on defense, bullying around in that mid post area.
Yeah. See, I can't subscribe to any of that.
It's time for us to. Brian, this is it. Don't. This is it, my boy.
That's bad.
Let me transition over to Maxey and the Sixers, man.
You already making the switch?
I'm already making my switch, man. It's time for us to pack up, man.
That's okay. I think I announced that I was a pending Knicks fan anyway. So it's all good. Yeah, we got to book our way back over to the East Coast.
Watch regular basketball now.
And I know how, like, you're not really a fan of extended dynasties.
Right.
I.e. UConn, ladies. Let's say OKC reels off 3 or 4 or 5 years or 5 and 7 years or something like that. Are you excited about NBA basketball? And Bron is gone. Are you watching? Are you tuned in?
I'm excited about that. I ain't excited about what they got. I ain't excited about it because I mean the NBA has been carried by not just LeBron, but you think about the rivalries, right? Like I heard some dudes talking like, yo, our rivalry wasn't with the Cavs. Our rivalry was with LeBron. Think about the last couple of rivalries, right? It's Golden State and LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it wasn't Golden State and the Cavs because it followed wherever LeBron went.
I thought it was Golden State and the Cavs. It just so happened like LeBron is the face of the league.
It's LeBron because wherever he go, that's where the rivalry was. If I'm in Miami, that's where the heated rivalries is at. You know what I mean?
It was Heat Spurs.
Heat Spurs, Heat Indiana, Heat whoever, because LeBron is there. You don't see that now. Who OKC got beef with? Nobody. The
last beef we had was with LeBron, Lakers and Memphis.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing there. There's no fights. There's no Indiana.
No fights.
I'm not saying fights literally, but Indiana OKC went 7 games. You ain't have a referee had a break up nothing.
Series.
A great series, but it's nothing there. It's not no lasting power. Indiana's out of it. They probably never get back there again. You know what I mean? OKC will probably have a different opponent every single year. There's nothing there. Denver went 7 with them. It's nothing there. They don't dislike each other.
Because Joker don't care about shit.
There's no rivalries. The only rival we had was Bron. So, it's good for them because they about to run shit, hopefully. Because you know that, you can look like you about to be them and then some funny shit happen and then it's over.
Nah, they already them. Buckle up.
Buckle up, right?
It's going to be a bumpy ride for the rest of the league. Strap in. It's about to get real dark for the rest of the league. Brian leaving too? Oh, yeah. It's curtains for everybody else. We're headed into quarter number 4. I saw this discussion, I believe, on Gil's Arena where they were talking about Michael Jordan and his bag versus players of today, SGA in particular. And is Michael Jordan's bag limited? A lot of people are saying that's a trend going on these days, saying that players of the 80s and 90s, early 2000s had a limited bag, and players of the day have way more in their bag. They got a lot of Louis out here on the court. Is that a high IQ or a low IQ statement? And what constitutes a bag? What makes you say, oh, that player has a bag? Is athleticism part of a bag, or is it strictly skill set, handling the ball, things of that nature? Ray, what's your thoughts on all of this?
The goal is to put the ball in the hole, right?
Pause.
Pause. But the goal is to put the ball in the hole, right?
Yes,
yes. That's the
ultimate
goal.
The objective.
I don't care how you go about doing it. The goal is to score points, 2s, 3s, 1s, right?
You do care about how you do that. The aesthetics have to be there. You have
Why
to.
do the aesthetics need to be there? Because
who's your favorite player to watch?
All time?
All time.
LeBron or Tracy McGrady?
Mac. Why? Because Mac could do everything, and it looked good to watch, right?
Right.
That's the biggest reason why Mac is your favorite player.
All right, so I get what people saying in regards to the bag, the step back jumpers, the handles, and you know what I mean. I get it. So but you come into 2 different eras. You know what I mean? Back then they weren't step back jumpers and all that. So all the stuff they doing now, they weren't doing back then. And if you got a guy who, I think Mike, if he played in today's game, I think we both agree, he probably would have all that in his art because physically and athletically he can do all of those things.
Of doing it, yes.
But if you told me SGA gonna hit you with all basic work if he can. If I can throw the shoulder in your chest, step back and hit a 15-foot jumper, he'll do it all game. So if the goal is to score a bucket,
the goal is to get a bucket,
and all I got to do is this to get a bucket, why would I give you extra stuff? Why would I go into my extra sleeves for no reason? You know what I mean? So forget that bag. I don't think, is SGA better than Mike? No, I don't think he even close. So does he display more moves? Yes. Maybe because you have to, because you're not as physically gifted as this guy is.
That's a knock that Gil has on Kobe. It's like, yo, y'all say Kobe got the best bag in NBA history. It's because he can't get by his defense, so he got to go to a counter move or a counter move to the counter move.
Agreed.
You agree with that?
I know Gil always says in regards to Mike and Kobe, because they say Kobe is the remix to what Mike was because he can do more.
He had a better bag, but
Mike was as great as and Kobe was physically gifted. So I'm not saying like he wasn't, like he was below the rim guy. He wasn't. He was special, but Mike was special. So some of the things that you probably had to get to, Mike ain't had to get to because
my first step was a doozy,
right? And I got this 40 and some change vert. And I'll jump over the top of everybody.
48-inch vertical, bro.
Listen, I heard the arguments about it, and I don't agree with it either. But he was special.
He was super special.
So,
this is what I hate, and you know me. This is what I hate about the Mike conversation. Stop lying to enhance a legacy that needs no enhancing. You don't need to lie to enhance Mike's legacy. It's already there. I seen it.
Right.
I was there. I was there in 84. I seen it. I seen the whole ride. I seen it.
Right.
You ain't gotta lie to me. 35, 40 years down the line, we in the old folks' home. They talking about, you ever see that player, Michael Jordan? He had a 75-inch vertical. They gonna be expanding upon the lie.
Right.
Hoping that we dead, not be like, nah, bro, I was there.
Right.
I saw it.
Right.
You know, what I mean? you ain't got a yo. Mike
Just
was
turn it into
him.
Napoleon Dynamite. I'd probably throw a football over these mountains.
Uncle Rico.
Uncle Rico. Like, yeah.
I was there, yo. The gap, and we talked about this at halftime. The gap from Mike to the players that entered the league was further than anyone in NBA history.
Facts.
You know
Yeah,
what
you
I'm saying?
guys have highlighted this. I think it was crazy because I think I remember this stuck in my head when you guys gave a good piece of advice of Pippen. Be like, if Mike wasn't there, Pippen would have been one of the best players in the league. Like it was that, but it
Hell
took
yeah.
Mike to just be, oh, who's Pippen? I mean, he was a crucial role, obviously, but like you guys talked about it when we talked about the Last Dance and everything like
Right,
that.
right. It's messed up that Pippen became a footnote. That's how great Mike was. And the marketing machine behind that, but that's a different topic for a different day because that machine was fierce, my boy. That shit was crazy.
Can I ask, where did this come from? Is SGA that good? Is this just something?
SGA is the current reigning, defending regular season MVP and finals MVP of the NBA. So yeah, he is that good.
Is there anything you guys see in his play that just like what? Is there anything you could definitively look at that you're just like it's not Mike? I don't know why.
It's a lot of basic work. But he got a bag. Like he got counters to his go-to moves.
Okay.
Like say he drives left baseline, they cut off the baseline, he can spin into the lane, give an up and under, and finish with the left hand and one. He could do that. But he would much rather, like Ray said, give you that little bump with his shoulder, get a step back on the baseline, hit the 15-footer. And his favorite thing is to get fouled.
Yeah, listen, man. You know how I feel about that.
Although Luka is head and shoulders above the fray this year, as far as getting to the free throw line, I don't even think SGA is top 5 right now.
I can't imagine that being true.
I know Luka is double digit getting to the line.
I'm pretty sure SGA is double digit getting to the line. If Luka's one, SGA is definitely two.
I think you just this is remnants of last year.
That boy get 10 to 15 free throws every game.
I think that's just remnants of free throw merchant last year.
I'm sure he get 10 to 15 free throws every game. I'm sure. I knew this. I know he gets 10 to 15. I remember I've seen highlights.
Is that part of the bag? Is that part of the bag? The ability to get fouled. What constitutes a bag? Is athleticism aerial assault? Is that part of a bag? Because Brandon Jennings was saying Vince Carter got one of the best bags because he could just jump over everybody.
I guess you got to determine what the bag is. The bag just your handle, what you're doing to get to your shot.
To me,
all that is that the bag. I'm assuming that's got to be the bag.
To me, the bag is the skill set.
Because if you saying athleticism, now we talking about Giannis got a bag.
And he don't. He does not.
Right.
The bag is the skill set. What did you work on to improve your game with? Hakeem Olajuwon got one of the best bags ever.
Right.
Because his skill set was crazy.
Brian got a very underrated bag.
Brian don't,
because it's super athletic, right? I'm quicker. I got a super quick first step, and I'm at his prime, and I'm jumping out the building, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a bully you. But I've seen some of the most skilled work ever from this guy. You know, he's done it. He's done it.
The thing is, Bron didn't, especially Prime Bron, he didn't dip into his bag as much because my first step is a doozy. I don't need to dip into the bag.
Right.
I'm one step hammer time.
I seen the pop, 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 stop, spin, move, back, fade away jumpers.
Yes.
Like I've seen the stuff that we call the bag. I've seen it from him.
It just don't look sexy.
I seen it look. I seen it consistently. It don't look sexy because it is bully ball, right?
Yes,
but I've seen some of he go to his highlight reel. Some of his.
I'm
talking about the shots. I'm not talking about the dunks. I'm talking about the shots. It's like, oh my god,
he got a bag YouTube. It's a YouTube highlight tape of Bron with
and
a
it
bag.
looked crazy. It's like, oh my god, I seen splitting double teams. Probably was by mistake throwing the ball between somebody
between Tristan Thompson's leg. That was not. That was.
It wasn't. It probably
low.
wasn't. It happened though. I seen the pass where he fakes one way and then.
Oh, that was wild.
Yo, the skill set is ridiculous.
Is the bag just basically like I'm gonna put it's almost like in soccer and so like every sport has this like I'm gonna be able to put the object to get to the point anywhere I want.
It's how many ways you got to put the ball in the basket.
Yeah.
Like how difficult can you make putting the ball in the basket?
Right.
It's real simple. Like Wilt got the greatest bag of all time because he just stood under the basket and dunked 72 times a game. The objective is to put the ball in the basket.
Does defense play a role in the bag at all? Is the defensive aspect of a player at all consideration for you guys?
I think for Kobe it did, because Kobe saw the best perimeter defenders in the league at his time, so he had to have a super bag because they're challenging everything. Tony Allen, Shane Battier, Raja Bell, all them dudes was in his chest consistently for 48 minutes. So he had to have a counter to a counter to a counter's counter.
Right.
So SGA, better bag than Mike? Yes or no?
No.
A resounding hell no for me. Like, come on, like, what are we talking about here? I think we just making up topics these days, not just to argue. Shit is crazy. We are heading into the OT. And OT, I wanted to switch gears. I wanted to get Ray's take on this. YouTube put out their top 20 shows, and only one black show made the list. Nightcap.
Oh, the YouTube shows, right?
The YouTube shows, yeah. Number 13 on the list, which coincidentally made them the number one sports show on YouTube.
Wow. Good for
Onk
him.
still winning. Onk still winning.
Despite everything.
Sex scandals and all. Sex scandals be damned.
Despite everything. That's impressive, right?
Yeah.
That's impressive without, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think Joe Rogan is head and shoulders above the fray. Joe Rogan's been number one for like, what, 5 years now? At least?
But I wonder what goes into what's a great show. Are they going strictly by the numbers?
Numbers.
The
numbers is all that matters. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Stephen A's show ain't up there.
I don't think Stephen A's not in the top 20. Gil and them, they're not in the top 20. It is what it is, was like 47.
Man, that means there's levels to this shit, right?
There's levels to it.
You're doing great. But this is I'm pulling a boat up to my boat levels. You know what I mean?
I got the Magic Johnson yacht.
You know what I mean? I got to drive a boat to my other boat. You know what I mean? Like, there's levels to this.
So for me, I think now I have my set for YouTube shows. I have a playlist for my YouTube shows, and Spotify. I rock with shows like it is what it is. Let's Rap About It, which is, in my opinion, one of the funniest shows I ever heard. That shit is hilarious. Of course, Nightcap, Stephen A. Smith, Gil's Arena is a different dynamic when they talk football because Skip is there. So there's a lot of shows that I rock with. I don't even watch linear TV anymore. I be watching YouTube shows all the time because they're compelling, and our show is compelling. It's unique. It's a different flavor for everybody to consume, but you know, we got our ways to go.
Right.
But as far as the top guy, do you listen to Joe Rogan? Did you ever watch Joe Rogan?
No.
You never watched a single episode, right?
No.
But yeah, it's still like number one, and it's been number one for a very long time. What would it take for shows like Nightcap, shows like Club 520, shows like Ticket and the Truth, what to break that glass ceiling and get to the next level? Is it sponsorships? Is it more viewerships? Is it just cut and dry like that, or is it something else?
It's the Rogan show. What does it cover? Is it a wide array of things, or they just got one?
They be shooting the shit on there, basically.
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I'm gonna give Nightcap. Like, they're covering sports, right?
They covering sports,
and when you in one lane, it's hard because you're focusing on.
But you
one
know they
group.
veer off and they talk about other stuff too.
So maybe that's the path, because when you just covering sports, you're just covering sports, right? You got a certain people that you that gonna consume that, or are looking to consume that. When you're covering and talking about a wide array of different things, now you start to grab a different audience.
What's your favorite show besides ours?
Probably Nightcap. That's the one I rock with the most.
Probably Nightcap.
Probably Nightcap.
Yeah,
that's your favorite, or I know you fuck with the with Mano and them.
Yeah, that's my favorite. That's my favorite right now because them dudes are hilarious, man. Especially Mano. Mano probably the funniest dude in podcasting right now.
I think they all cut from the same cloth, though, right?
And what?
I mean, like the is what it like the rap shows or the rap shows.
They
the
talk about
shows.
sports,
right?
I think that's strictly a sports show.
Which one?
Cam and Mace.
Right. But I mean, I think the sports shows are the sports shows. You that's your bracket, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mano and them, they talk about
everything.
A little bit of everything. They ain't talking about sports. They just talking shit.
I think they make it a point to stay away from sports because Cam and them do sports, and you know,
right?
And Cam shooting at them too.
Do we?
Yeah.
Cause Jimmy.
Yeah, cause Jimmy.
That's corny. That's corny. Like, yo, everybody can eat, man.
Everybody can eat, man. People will say, I was talking to one of my friends, and she said, yo, I want to start putting out content and all this stuff. And I was like, yeah, you could do content, because she saw I would start putting out more content on my Facebook page and Instagram and all that stuff. I was like, also start a podcast, do a podcast. That's going to give you a lot of content that you can work with, chop up and post and stuff like that. And she told me she feels like the podcast game is too saturated.
It is very saturated. It's one of the things, bro. So many people in it, right? I mean, it's a lane that every former athlete, I was a rapper, now I'm not a rapper. That's the lane now, right? That's the other bag. That's the this ain't working no more. That's the segue. You segue to that, right?
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think it's saturated to the point where one show's gonna get all the listeners and nobody else can eat though. I don't think it's saturated to that point. I think like we just said, everybody can eat. We got our pocket of listeners, our loyal listeners. They got their pocket of listeners. It may be more than the other, but there's still people listening to us, like, as opposed to, oh, I only rock with this podcast and this podcast and this podcast. I don't rock with any other podcast.
Right. I agree with that.
There's so many different ways to go about it. Like, I don't think it'll ever be saturated because there's not more podcasts than there are people.
Listen, you remember the beginning? You was a part of the beginning.
I was part of the beginning, yes.
When it was like, what? You got a podcast?
You got a podcast?
That was with COVID, right?
Yeah.
Or was it pre-COVID?
Bro, that was 2015.
Damn.
We started Boombox Life in 2015.
Damn. I never was invited. I was there. Everybody, I was never invited to Boombox Life, to let y'all know. My man ain't think highly of me like that, yo.
Please. Knock it off. This guy was my right-hand man then. He's my right-hand man now. He just not as well-versed in hip-hop. Basketball is his lane, and that's why we do High IQ together. But yeah, we did start out in 2015. Shout out to the legendary Boombox Life crew, Saquon Gillette, Khalil 1000, and Malik Cool Breeze Crewberry. We are one of the pioneers of the podcast game. Number one radio show on Wildfire Radio for 3 years running. But yeah, I don't think I ever listened to only Joe Rogan show I saw was when Cat was on there, and that was after Club Shay Shay.
Okay.
Yeah, and Cat had a totally different demeanor on Joe Rogan than he had on Club Shay Shay. He wasn't shooting at nobody. He wasn't talking crazy.
That liquor The liquor wasn't there. Don't got that liquor on that.
Do you think that's really what it was?
It was the Shea by
You
Laportier. Yes, it was.
Dang.
The Shea by
Put that
Laportier will
bottle
get you.
I think
and
you
fill
said.
your glass
I think you
up.
did a great job. Yeah, on Nightcap.
I
Yeah,
think that's the.
I didn't watch the Rogan thing.
I think that's the
Or
greatest
the Shea,
podcast
yeah.
episode of any podcast ever.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what the numbers are. Where he ranked.
Last
where they
time I
gonna rank
checked,
it.
it was at 69 million.
Damn. He probably still getting checks off of that motherfucker.
Still getting checks off that joint. So many quotables on that. Yo, real talk. That started the downfall of Diddy.
Yeah.
Why you say that? Oh, because he did. Yeah, he did, didn't he?
He was going that Diddy crazy, and then all of a sudden, all that shit started coming out.
It was a little bit. Like,
He predicted it.
A little bit like Hannibal Burr. Like Hannibal Buress did the
And
same thing on his
Cosby.
special.
Yes.
Like it was already known, but then Hannibal Buress bringing it up on his special was like,
Open
"Yo, wait,
Pandora's
what?"
box.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cat did that.
Listen, they've been predicting Trey songs,
They've
and
been,
it ain't never happened to him. Maybe because he ain't big
definitely-
enough.
They definitely been lining Trey songs up for years.
They've been lining them up for a minute. My man, he said, "I'm gonna stay low. I'm gonna stay low."
Smart. Definitely smart, because they lined Diddy all the way up.
Damn.
That was Cat, bruh. Cat,
Nah, Cat ain't lining him up. He was trying to prepare him. Get out the country, my boy. I'm telling you what's going. I'm telling you what's coming, man. We know what's going on out here.
I wonder if Russell Simmons ever extended an invite. Yo, you gotta come to Bali with me,
Russ
son.
said,
Russ is the smartest out of all of
listen,
them.
water guy. He saw that steam coming off the water. Y'all ain't getting me.
Y'all ain't getting me. I got enough bread to never be seen again. I'm out of here. Yeah, Diddy should have did that. But
Yeah, it's wild that he didn't.
it's wild that he did.
Crazy.
But that is episode 6 of season 2 of High IQ. Before we go, I want to give a shout out to my wonderful mother. Last week she retired. We had our retirement celebration for her, and next week is her 70th birthday. So she's been celebrating all month. So from us at High IQ, your firstborn son, your what you call your adopted son,
Right.
We love you very much. We're proud of you, and we are so happy for you in the next journey, next phase of your life, Mom. We love you. And this has been High IQ Basketball with Brian Isley and Raymond Byrd. We'll catch y'all next week.
I'ma have to tie up my Nikes for this one. I'ma go for like a quadruple double. We playing a game to win, and greatness come from within. The only time you lose if you only never begin. Gotta be like the shoes and just do it. The clock is winding down, so now shoot it. If fortune favors the bold, that's why I keep on just winning. If timing is just the essence, then I'ma keep on just spending. I'm worth a couple of bucks, shout out to Antetokounmpo. Dropping them Bebo facts that seeping into your bloopers. Advising like Tony Kukoc, Drew getting into it mucho. Directing all these plays like my name was Tony Russo. Ballin', that's how we do, so I'm going in for the win. Penetrate the lane like we way back in 2010. I'm stomping straight in my Timbs. The basics just like I'm Tim. I'm dunking on you haters. A poster is where you live. It's magic all in my wrist. That Curry, we going swish. It's showtime like the 80s. Basketball is where we live. I'm highly gifted and skilled. I'm going in for the kill. The game is on the line. Raymond Byrd, hey, yo, what's the deal? Pass it to Brian Isley. I bet he probably surprised me. High IQ basketball is the show and it's not a hobby. We playing the game to win, and greatness come from within. The only time you lose if you only never begin. Gotta be like the shoes and just do it. The clock is winding down, so now shoot it. We playing the game to win, and greatness come from within. The only time you lose if you only never begin. Gotta be like the shoes and just do it. The clock is winding down.
This has been a Drop Tent Media production.